Diane Estabrook, Nightly Business Report, Chicago.
Now, one person with a lot of questions for former MF Global CEO Jon Corzine is Senator Pat Roberts. He's the ranking member on the U.S. Senate Agriculture Committee. Corzine will testify to that group next week. Darren Gersh spoke with Senator Roberts today and began by asking about the impact MF Global is having on farmers.
Think of the farmer that was driving back to Kansas from Colorado, heard about this on the news, all of a sudden found out that $30,000 of his assets were frozen. He was getting prepared to buy seed, fertilizer, was talking to a local realtor in regards to some land he might want to purchase or rent. That just stops it, just like that. This is going to have an impact on crops. This is going to have an impact on our food prices. It is pretty broad across all of farm country, and I'm hearing more about this than I am what's going to happen in the Farm Bill.
We did talk to one investor who wanted to ask a question of Senator Corzine, where's the money? So is that the question you're going to ask if you get a chance to talk to Mr. Corzine, where's the money?
Well, we can say what happened to the money and where is it. I think there are a whole series of questions, one leading to another, to ask our former colleague. And by the way, I want to emphasize that if he's our former colleague, that makes him no different than any other witness.
If we can't find customer money, if the money from MF Global is lost, should the government step in and help to make these people whole?
Well, that's still a question. Let's find the money, and let's see, working with the trustee, let's take that first step first. And then if there's any consideration along those lines later, why we'll take it up.
One of the things that's come up about this is whether or not there should be some kind of insurance fund for customer accounts who trade in commodities. Is that something that should be considered?
I think we better wait and see before we try to over-regulate and get ourselves into worse trouble. We don't want to over-regulate. We don't want to take too much regulation. But at the same time, we have to safeguard everybody's interests. Number one, let's find out what the facts are. Let's find out where the money is. Let's try to make people whole. Then we can consider whatever regulation is appropriate.
But we have insurance accounts for banks. We have customer insurance accounts for securities. Why not for commodities?
It's a fair observation. Let me point out that the CFTC just made a ruling. It's on ruling point, it's 1.25, as to whether or not a futures concern, a futures merchant, cannot invest the investor's money and the company money in foreign sovereign debt. And my question is, why did it take 2 years to do that? But they did it here just a couple of days ago.
Senator Pat Roberts, thank you very much for your time.
You bet.